Good morning, friends. So I should be online. If you are joining the stream, if you're watching this later on YouTube, it will be very calm today. Just a little bit calm gameplay. Developing my farm for a bit. Last time when we logged out, we planted a couple of stuff, a couple of crops that should have taken a bit longer to grow, so that we have a little bit more money when we start today. And as we have not planted those yellow onions before, they're also leveling up. And that's pretty neat. It gives us more money. So 18,000 is not the world, but it is something. So we won't be streaming for too long today, but for about an hour probably. Just getting a little bit done here. So you see our farm leveled up there, so that means we have again some more possibilities of what we can do. We will for now plant stuff that will be grown pretty quickly, as we want to have it grown before we leave the game. Everything you plant grows in real time, so if you take crop that takes a day, that says that it needs a day, it will need a day. It's not in-game time, it is real time. This game always manages to relax me. Although you are moving pretty quickly. It's not like you're always sneaking through the environment or something. You are moving pretty quickly, but that way you get stuff done. I would say, just like in a real farm, but that seems a bit that seems a bit disrespectful towards real farmers. So we still have a pretty small farm, everything pretty easy. We have some fishes that we can sell here, vegetables, stuff. So let's see. Everything goes faster with the tractor, so we have bunnies now. We can plant bunnies, if you excuse me for phrasing it like that. So why not put some bunnies here? I will probably move them later on. but not right now. So let's plant some bunnies and feed them. Ideally also feed them. And yeah. Hello, Liana. How are you today? Everyone asleep? Side of you? I should be careful. I go in such a low tone when I play this game. You could also be asleep quite quickly if you continue watching. I did that the wrong way, of course. We have to move this and rotate this, and it is still wrong. Come on, move. No, I do not want to move the bunny. I want to turn this around. Moving stuff drives me crazy sometimes. So let's water the plants a little bit. They don't take that long anyway. It's not really that necessary. I'm just planting quick to grow crops right now because I just started and I want to have stuff to do, but we need money, don't we? So I got the feeling that when I keep playing this game in 1 hour bursts, it will take quite some time for my farm to really develop. I have headphones on, but I think Google Home just wanted to dially talk with us. Yeah. For some reason, Google is not as relaxed as I am, it seems. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope not. So, I didn't want to do that. But no harm done. This game lets you just take stuff and replace it wherever you want to have it without paying double. So it's very forgiving in that way. So let's see. Should probably what could we add to our flock? We have more ducks. We don't have any New Hampshire chicken yet. But I do not want to build them to... I don't want to have them here with the pigs. I want other pigs here, so what shall we do? Of course everything is cramped so that we cannot really put something else there. I think we should buy some new land, then at least it looks a bit as if the farm is bigger. The first one doesn't really cost much. Yeah, it was telling me about some banks nearby. I don't know what I was talking about that prompted Google to teach me about banks nearby. So I'm just thinking about right now how to build from now on here. I think we can put this a little bit more space conscious, because I also would like to have this road differently so that it fits a bit nicer to my neurotic needs. Ooh, this one is the wrong direction. You can look there, that's fine with me. So let's take a route and I think I will put stuff to sell stuff here, so it is perfectly fine for me. Or should I? I'm not sure. This is not life or death, so let's just do it a bit differently. Let's make this also a 3x3 space. Give us a bit more breathing room for the selling stuff. Buildings. So will I continue with livestock over here? Anybody has an opinion? Probably not really, right? So we have water here. I think livestock looks nice in the vicinity of water, so we can put some chickens over here. We do not have enough money for that. We have to be a bit careful. So this is almost done in half a minute. Then we have to plant new plants, new crops. And then we can look if money is enough for the chickens. So we can take a quick look at the new land that I bought. So they often come with some crops on there. They actually start to grow. I think they only start to grow, or they are frozen in some kind of development when you buy them, and only then continue to grow. So you see that here peas are planted. If they were planted on my own grounds for the, I don't know, 3 days that this farm is now active, they would have been finished, but these are only half done or something. So, and you have those trees, and you have over here also trees. So all of those trees, I think they are not cosmetic. I think all the trees give you something. Yeah, those are cypresses. I have no idea what you get from cypresses. It looks a little bit like nuts or something. So some kind of fruit. The crops are ready for the harvest. So you get later a lot of different beautifying things where you can decide if you want to do something like a beach, for example. You can put water somewhere, and you have sand that you can put around there, and then you have umbrellas and something to lay on towels and stuff, so can make the areas, you can let them have their own look and feel. You have houses that you can build, Japanese style, Chinese style, and so on and so on. So you can build a lot of different areas, make them look differently. It's not really like if you build yourself a beach, it doesn't really change the productivity of stuff around there, or something like that. I totally forgot to plant something new. Cypress or nuts, yes. I thought something like that. Thanks for acknowledging that. Confirming is the word. So, garlic. Garlic is nice, but garlic takes quite some time. Do not have too much quickly grown stuff. Let's take some peanuts. Although I do not have yet the business for selling nuts. I will have to take a look at if I can get now with level 8, if I can build it now. Because I already have some peanuts. I harvested a lot of peanuts and I were not able to sell it yet. So let's see if we can sell peanuts. Oh, I can bake. I do not have any corn or something. You can get it out of silos. But you can also plant it, if I'm not mistaken. Beehive, you just sell stuff that comes out of the beehive, when I remember correctly. Storage capacity gets more and more important. In the beginning it's not that important. So yeah, I could actually already buy the first house, the tree cabin. Building a house takes a lot of resources. You have to, I think there's 3 stages of houses, of building a house. You need to always put again and again diamonds in there. But it's not worth it right now. So it's nice to have, but it gives you tickets, and right now I don't yet need tickets. So it also doesn't give you tickets freely. So you have to do stuff and put resources in there again. So right now we don't need that. Beehives, yeah, they look pretty and give honey, yes, but they take 1 day, I think, until they give honey. So they cost, but let me see, do they only cost, what do they actually cost? They cost only diamonds? Yeah. But they also only gives you diamonds. Yeah, they give honey. Well, I don't remember exactly, do I use that honey for anything at all? I'm not sure if that is something I need at the very beginning. I think actually I could put the stand over here and use this also. Oh, I could plant some flowers there. Not that big into flowers in this game, but why not? You need all flowers for quests sooner or later anyway, so let's take a look. And poppy, we love poppy. Poppy is expensive though. White hibiscus is also expensive. We need both for quests. That's what this little sign, this little notepad in the bottom right corner of that icon is for. So I will need them at some point, but they take always so long to grow. 2 hours, 1 hour 30. There's no plant that is growing like peanuts or something in 20-30 minutes. The difference also is though that you do not have to replant it, so it's much less work. I have to acknowledge that, and so therefore it also does not cost you every time that you harvest something. To harvest crops, you always have to plant crops, and planting crops costs money. So plants are more or less giving you revenue without investing at any time anymore into it. So if I'm honest, they're actually a pretty good business model for you. But for some, I don't even know exactly why I'm not that big of a fan. So you go there. So Liana told me, and she is probably right with that, I need honey in the house for some stuff. And I like that. I like your proposal to use the beehives as a divider between plants. But beehives take 2, right? Two places, 2 spaces. So in a 3x1 field, I would have to plant anything else there, but I can plant something beautiful there. And if I plant 3 beehives, I get it symmetrical again. And we like that, don't we? So let's see. So we could plan it like this. 3x3 flowers, then 1 beehive, then 3x3 flowers, then 1 beehive, then 3x3 flowers, and then 1 more beehive. That would make everything beautifully symmetrical and equal. Symmetrical probably not, but it fulfills my 3x3 mania. So that's a big plus. I just have to free this area of everything else. But I wanted something to do, and this is something to do. Although I have to work towards that, as my money is not enough to build those flowers. Rain. We love rain, because rain, as you can see, there is no symbol anymore here that I could water the plants. It waters them automatically. Watered plants grow in general about double the speed, as you can only water, give them a certain amount of water as a reservoir. Though if you only water them once, it normally is not enough for them to grow at double the pace. So I wanted to have a beehive. Let's put it somewhere here. Then we have, after we remove this at some point, we'll have the next one here. We'll put it like this, and then we would have one here. So we could put this well just over here. And you... we'll put you here, then we won't put there. Perhaps we won't even put there a beehive. Perhaps we will just let this stand here. We will see. Time will tell. Let's watch after the animals. Yeah, those pigs wants to give us some mushrooms. Thank you very much for the mushrooms. Some fruit is always healthy. It's almost a little bit sad that you cannot consume your own stuff. So I think having the beehives between the flowers, Liana, is a quite nice idea. It definitely does not need that. The game is not a simulation, but it's a nice touch to have the bees close to the flowers. So let's find something decorative that we can put here. You already see you can have some of these strange guardian lions. We don't need this. Oh, a toilet. Toilet is great if we get some company, if somebody's visiting. It's always a bit awkward if they ask for a toilet and you have to say you don't have one. So this is a good thing to have for visitors. So we're still level 8, so I'm waiting for other pigs that I can plant there so they can mingle a little bit. How long will it take for the peanuts? 5 minutes, okay. We need more money. This goes... I'm playing this game. This game is the game to relax, in my opinion. Playing it for relaxation, but still a bit too slow for me right now. Need a little bit more money. This is a game that on free days, on holidays or whatever, I sometimes really just had it running more or less the whole day, and we're just going away and doing stuff in the house, in the actual house, then coming back, doing a little bit in the farm. And the nice thing is that actually this farm is open, so if you have the game you can join me, and from time to time there are people coming randomly into your farm and they get some kind of bonus that they can take with them to their farm if they help you out. So if you come over to my farm, water some plants, harvest a little bit, that actually helps you in your game. And that happens quite a lot, so if you just leave it on and people can join you and do some stuff, you come back and you have all that money and a well-groomed farm. You can, I think in the standard configuration they can only water and harvest stuff, but that already helps a lot. I think you can allow even more stuff, like they can also of course feed your animals, but I think you can allow also guests to plant crop, so that is helpful if you really want to use that for having money after a couple of times, that you leave it just standing there, because otherwise after a short period of time guests can only harvest flowers and trees and stuff like that, and that's not using it to the full potential. We're still working on the poppy field here. It's not a big field, but 3 by 3. So let's just finish that one. The next one will be those. Which are the other flowers? White hibiscus. Yeah, we will do that later on. So if you've joined or if you see this later on YouTube, it will also be uploaded to YouTube. It normally takes a day or something for YouTube to process the file actually, but if you see it later, if you like this more calm content, let me know, and I will probably do this anyway, so don't forget to subscribe. If you need more exciting stuff. I am more of a calm person, but I also do other stuff. I've posted a horror playthrough of a small indie game today, for example. If you also enjoy stuff like that, you're welcome to take a look and let me know what you think. So you see here that no animals are really leaving their spaces. So I do not have to build any kind of fence. This is all completely voluntary and only for cosmetic purposes. But I like it. And here you see these are two different types of, I can say chickens because it's chickens and ducks, but they eat the same thing. I think that's the deciding thing. So they can mingle if you build them right next to each other. So that's also a nice touch. That's why I want to have other bunnies here so they can mingle, and other swines, whatever, over there. Pigs. So let's see, I think those cypresses bear fruit, so we can get that. Don't really, oh, I'm full anyway, but I get the money, so I won't. Yeah, fences are great, Liana, you're completely right. That's why I'm using them, and you get completely different styles again. You can say, okay, here I have these rustic fences. I actually like them very much. Although they are the easiest one and more or less the first one that you get. But you get also a white picket fence and stuff like that. Different. You get small walls, so you can have different areas with different styles. Yeah, you have to always jump over gates. You never open gates. Even those gates are cosmetic. So as you guys can see here, I have everywhere a gate, but nobody really needs a gate because you're just jumping over it anyway. So it's completely cosmetic. But it would drive me crazy to have a fence without a door in it. And I know it would also drive you crazy, Liana. So let's plant some new crops. So have a little bit more time left, so let's plant some carrots. Especially in the rain, they are ready for harvest pretty quickly. So how much do poppy seeds even bring money-wise? So we get cotton from them. It's not especially logical, everything, the resources that you get from stuff, but who cares? So you get cotton out of these, you get no, I'm lying, this is actually just flowers. This is quite logical, but there are some plants that do not really have anything to do with cotton, but you get cotton out of them. But these is just flowers, so you get flowers and you can sell them at a flower stand, so not that illogical. Let's build the hibiscus over here. So this sign does disappear not as quickly as it does with crop that is growing faster, because it needs a lot more, hibiscus needs a lot more water for the 3 hours regular growth, 1.5 hours if it is constantly watered. So you have a reservoir that fills up with the rain, and it does not rise very fast for longer growing crops. Do not even know why I explained that. That's already a bit more complicated. But what ifs? So we have now already 2 parcels. We're not really using them yet, but it is progress. We have a bit more flowers, so we will have a bit more money when we come back. Probably should build another tree orchard, something. We have lemons here, I think, yeah. We have apples here. We have pears here. This is again apples. I do not want more apples there, so let's just move them over here. As I already said in the beginning, you never really have to scrap anything, you can just move it. I don't know why I have strayed from my usual approach here, though. Let's move these over here. Oh, that's not possible in that way. Can I? No. Okay. Let me go. How can I cancel that? Okay. So I want you 3 guys to move over here, so that my good old 3x3 approach is kept. Now we can plant other trees over here. I fear a little bit that with my 3x3 fetish everything gets a little bit boring. But we will try to spruce it up with decorations. If that doesn't help, I will just move stuff around until it looks nice again. We need a little bit of lights, that's what I'm thinking right now. It's quite dark in the night. You can put up some lights. You need diamonds for that, but we have a couple. So you have this street lamp, for example. But do we like that? Do we want that? I'm not sure yet. This is a water floating candle lantern that takes one field. The street lights do not. You can just put them on the side of a road. So I like that. There are some I have no idea what they're called. Some light balloons that you can hang across the street, which I like very much. So I probably will hold out for them. They are a bit more expensive and you need a higher level farm, but they look really nice. So let's wait for them. So it's winter time. The only thing that is influenced by the seasons is the type of crop you can plant. Do we want other flowers also here for the bees? Should we continue with flowers over here? Should we do some livestock over here? Any opinions, anyone? So even in winter you can get apples. That makes apples so nice for just always getting a little bit of money. Every season you can harvest those apples. I am really short on money though. So if you're asking yourself, what is he doing? Why is he just driving around like a crazy person, not really doing anything? I do not have that much money right now, so I would not be even able to feed my animals, which does actually not hurt them, so don't be worried for them. Okay, so I think we will grow the farm a little bit into this direction, because here it's quite free, and this parcel over here, although no, there is a dent in that landscape. I hate building around stuff like that, but I did not want to select the completely flat land. There is a landscape. When you start your farm, you can decide between different styles of landscapes. This is more or less a regular one. There is one that's completely flat, so it's pretty easy to build, but that has a higher difficulty level. I think you do get much less money from that. So decide on what you want. But this is already a bit, I think it is slower than my first farm, so I think this landscape already has a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of how much money you get. Per harvested material. So yes, right now I'm just trying to keep you interested while running around crazily. Because as I said, I cannot even... I put a little bit of food in here, but you see on the lower left corner that is not really full. So they have something to eat right now, but not enough. So snow unfortunately does not count as rain when it comes to irrigation. That is not unrealistic in terms of the amount of snow that you can see. So I will let them get away with that. But I'm really looking forward to the day when I have more metals and I produce more metals that I can put in automatic irradiation system. I've always to think about that word, and I'm still not sure that I'm using it correctly. So, but now we have to look at the watch, as we will be only online now for less than 50 minutes. We have to be a little bit careful what type of crop we plant, so that we can still harvest it before we go offline. So let's do the zucchini. Yes, it is 15 minutes, but when I water those crops once or twice in that 15 minutes, ugh, I do not have enough money. Did not look at my money. I'm not good with money. I got a little bit of money. So the duck leveled up. That's good for the duck. And we got a little bit of money, so we can finish planting our zucchinis. No, we cannot finish it. We do not have enough to finish it, but a couple of them at least. So let's water it, or otherwise everything I talked about timing wise is not holding up, so but if you need to relax or fall asleep, this is the game to watch. Promise you instant relaxation. So today we expanded a little bit on our flowers, something I in my old farm neglected for a very long time, which was not that smart, so we put them in here now quite early. We got those bees, which is a nice touch to have them directly with the flowers, although they do not have to at all. Things are not influenced by what you plant into the near vicinity. I think that's actually something they did very consciously, because you're completely free in how you design your farm. You do not have any rules that you have to follow or that you should follow that in the end make almost every farm more or less look the same, because of some optimization algorithms that force you to do your planting in a certain kind of way. They omit all of those things completely in this game and just keep everything open to you, how you want it to look, how in which style you want it to be, different streets. So you are not, if you like this street, this is the very first you get, it's just asphalt, it's not exciting, but if you like that, or if you just do not want to exchange it against another street, it's not like you build a more expensive street, and for in some games then the things in the vicinity get more valuable or whatever. It's nothing like that. So if you want to exchange them at a later point in time, do that. But you don't have to. It doesn't. You don't walk faster. Things do not grow better or worse around them. So just do everything the way you want it to. And as I've done also a lot of times already in this stream, you can just move stuff around. You do not have to sell it. You just pick it up, put it somewhere else, so you do not lose money. You can do that with everything. I would say literally everything, but I am actually not 100% sure if that is the case also with the houses you can build. It probably actually is. Wouldn't see why. And you, of course, cannot move things that come with a landscape, like this bridge, for example. The small pond. You cannot move that stuff. Or here, this pond, but here, the fishes that I've put here, I can move it. If I, at some point in time, do not like anymore the regular... the regularity in which I have put it in here, then sure, why not just change it? I can do that without any repercussions. So let's irrigate this stuff. So I would close the stream in about a little less than 10 minutes, and 7 to 8 minutes, so that I stay a little bit under 1 hour streaming time. I'm just seeing that there are now at least 3 viewers. If you are just entering saying, wow, I love this, I want to continue watching this, you would have to tell me. Otherwise, we will part ways in about 8 minutes for a while. But don't forget anyway to subscribe, so you can join the next stream again. So I would like to feed those animals here, but right now I do not have any money. That's not bad. I've said that I think 20 times already in this chat. They do not starve. That's another point where this game is extremely forgiving. So if you're thinking about playing this game with a kid, it is perfect for that. It is so perfect for that, because you do not have to be too quick about it. It is completely forgiving, nothing dies. You even do not get ham or something. When you harvest those pigs, you get some nice mushrooms from those pigs, so it's a really forgiving game. Just full of harmony, easygoing. The problem I have right now is when I want to stop playing in a couple of minutes, even if these zucchini are ready, I can harvest them and then I can plant new crop, but I probably do not have enough money to actually plant crop that takes longer to grow. You see, for example, I would not be able to plant too many pumpkins because I only get, what do I have planted? Zucchinis. I get, where are the zucchinis? 152 out of them. So okay, something that costs 100 I can do, but they... Oh, 2 days. Ugh. I do not want to plant something that takes 2 days. And I would not be able to anyway, because I can only plant it in summer and autumn. So I could cotton. Cotton would be pretty ideal. I will plant cotton, I think. So let's harvest this quickly. You see, I did not even have enough money to finish planting it in the first place with the zucchini, but we will do so with the cotton now. And tomorrow, should we stream again, we can harvest the cotton. And the cotton is less expensive than the zucchini actually, although it takes longer for them to grow. So it is perfect. Let's irrigate it. 1 round of irrigation, so it already only takes 10.5 hours in comparison to 12 hours. So that's also a good thing to have. So, and the rest of the money, we all still have money we can put here into feeding the animals. So they hopefully will also be ready. The rabbits actually give you some kind of turnips or something. I'm not even sure. Or carrots, so it's kind of reverse bunnies. They do not eat those, they give them to you. So, just looking at the money, so we have more or less spent everything. We're prepared for the night. So, everything looks peachy. Then I would say, let's just stop here for today, won't we? So thank you very much for stopping by. If you see this later on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Leave something in the comments if you liked it. Subscribe so you don't miss when we continue building this up. I'm still searching for my mouse. Oh, there it is. So thanks again, and please take a look at my other content. I have some other stuff going on, from horror let's play to reviews of other games, and of course streaming, and I will continue streaming this. So if you like that, you're more than welcome to join me from time to time and even talk a little bit with me. I would like that. So thank you very much for watching. You were watching the Gaming Greyhound, and goodbye, see you next time.